A little bit of a drop. I made it. I'm at the Egypt trailhead. It's about 1:45. So I figure I can hike down tonight if I can find the trail, because it's not very well marked. And then I'll do some camping and show you guys more what I packed. Got the GoPro. My pack here, the pack is 27 pounds, maybe a little under. I weighed it this morning, but it's hard to weigh on a scale. So yeah, here we go. Of course I hit record, the wind blows. I wanted to show you guys the angle, the slick rock you have to go down to get down into this valley. Just gonna slope coming up, but we're heading yonder. Education time. So you don't have signal out here, you won't. That's where the trailhead is back there. We're heading this way, so it says to stay up out of that wash as much as I can until about 2 miles, and then I'll drop down right there where those zigzags are. So looking for something that is identifiable to see where I'm at. That big round thing right there is a higher elevation. See how the lines get tighter because it's steeper? That's that little hump. So that's the way you can kind of tell where you're at. I have a compass as well, but I can show you that later. Little tricks. I talked about the compass a little bit. There's no like marked real path out here. It's just kind of open. So I will show you how we do this, or how I'm doing it right now. So I used my map and I marked the direction I wanted to go, and I'll show you how to do the adjusting on that later. But basically now I know, since I set it up on the map, from where I was at then, if I keep that red arrow in the red box, red in the shed, as they call it, I know that I'm heading in the right direction, which is yonder. Something else you can do too is, once you plot it, you got your red in the shed, that arrow, find an item up there to walk towards. It's going to change obviously as you wind through the valley, but same idea. We're going to steer clear of that hole. Hopefully nothing comes out of it. I wanted to show you. See the lizard tracks? The little feetses? And the tail? That's cool. That's not. I don't know what's in there. Scorpion, snake, stuff I'm not messing with. What herb? So, don't mind my super cute sock setup. Ooh, I got so much sand in them. Yeah, that's why I wore taller socks, so it was in the top of my socks more. Anyway, doesn't matter. Not a fashion contest out here. So I wore shorts because I'm gonna be wading through the water later. Been out here for about 50 minutes in direct heat, and it's nasty bright out and sunny. Like my bra. So I thought I'd take a break. I'm sweating pretty good. I brought 2 liters of water, and then I'm gonna get water from the river, and I have a Sawyer filter. Got my bag here with my tent, sleeping bag, all that essential-ish, which I will show you later. I might do another gear video. I have 2 hiking poles too. You might have saw earlier. They are still in there. Okay. They are for the river so that I don't bust it. I also have my chacos in there, so I'll switch out of these hikers whenever I get down there, but I thought I would eat. I have a pickle. If you like pickles, they're really good for hiking because of the rehydration of the juice that you're gonna want to drink and the sodium that's in it, and they keep you from cramping. Also, they're low carb, fat free, and gluten free, or glutton, as I've said before. I haven't seen any big animals yet, knock on wood. But I was gonna tell you guys too, at the truck I did it with the water situation. So when if you've ever looked at backpacking stuff, people call it camel up. It's where you chug a bunch of water right before you go or before you start a hike, or so that way you don't have to carry as much. So they suggest 4 liters for this, but there's a river I can fill in. Hopefully there's water in it. It's pretty dry. So at the truck I chugged a bottle of water before I started out, so that way I would have water in my system. So just slammed a bottle of water, and then now you're already carrying one, right? The best place to carry water is in your body. That's awesome, unless you don't like pickles. So I'm gonna sit here with my pickle and my pickle juice, and the only shade that I've seen so far, and do this thing. And then I'm starting to get a little greener, so I should be popping down to the river before long. I think I'm about to hit the little switchback that I showed you on the map. It'll take me down in there, and then all the sand will get rinsed off too. Pretty cool so far. The road getting here was insane. Like, I don't know how people do it in like a regular car, which I didn't see any cars at the trailhead. They were all SUVs and stuff. So yeah, I was on a dirt road and washboard for over an hour. So I am way the hell out here. Anyway, I'll catch you soon. See him? A pretty boy. So I know I took a wrong turn because I'm at a cliff edge. But on my map here, I can see I went that way, and I'm right there. So I need to go back a little bit and cut, and that'll take me down to the Escalante. Excuse me. A little sandy. But yeah, that's how you can use a map to see the topographic where you're at. So we know there's a big canyon there, an open spot. Well, look, there's the canyon, and that wind feels amazing. All right, back up. Snake City. Into the dry road here, so I'm getting ready to put my chacos on and get in the water, and it'll be hiking down the river probably to my campsite from this point. So it's hot, so I was glad to be in the shade for a little bit. Yeah, it's been a good hike. It's gonna suck because it's all been downhill, so that means it's all back hill on the way up. So pretty good stuff though. I will catch you in the water. Oh, that feels incredible. I have had worse days. Let me tell you what. You're not supposed to camp here, so I probably won't, but it would be cool. So I think I'm gonna go back out to the Escalante and then set up camp out there. It's about 5 o'clock, so a little grimy. Have to wet wipe it. This is going to be the campsite. Got some pretty good views of the mountains over here. The Golden Cathedral is straight that way. So I figure I set up here. Some of the trails kind of come along the side, but I think this is a common campsite. There's a fire restriction right now, so I will not be having a fire. Hopefully, it won't bother me, but no fire, that's fine. I have my little stove to cook. These are cow patties, so I hope I don't get a bunch of cattle coming through my area. But I'm gonna get my tent set up, and then I gotta go collect water, and then probably think about dinner. It's already 5:38, so pretty good stuff. Boys and girls, we are going to go down to the river and get some water. So I'm thirsty and I'm out of water. Look how deserty I look with my new desert button-up sun shirt. I like it though. That's not there. So the river's not super far from my abode for the evening, but we still gotta walk down there. Just crap off my trail. Through here, this place, that place, over around in that place. Either if you wind or water. You riding shotgun on my chest on a GoPro. Is not warm, but it feels good. That's on. See? Come on. Voila. Water. And I have sand all over it. That's great. I'm going to make a mess. Here it goes, rinsed out. Put this Sawyer mini filter on here. Pretty taut. And then I need to get that into the water bottle because I am thirsty. But I talked about my gear video that you're gonna go watch after this if you didn't. And I have in my little first aid kit, and I don't usually use them, and it's been warm out. But since it's hotter than hell out here, and I was sweating like it was my job, I have white marks on my shirt. This is a rehydration tablet. So before we get in a bad spot, we're gonna go ahead and do that, because it's easy to do. Unfortunately, I don't want to walk this over to a tree to tie up, because there's not a whole lot of them on this beach. So I'm going to hold this thing and fill it up with water, because anyway. And then I can probably get to dinner after that. I'm going to do for dinner pretty fancy stuff. Never done it before. I found the recipe online, so I'm pretty excited. One of the things I talked about was cameling up with this. Another thing is taking breaks. So when it's hot, you should probably take more of them. I know if you're like me, you're probably in a hurry to get where you're going, always. So you gotta take breaks. You got to, they usually say like a 50-10, 50 minutes of hiking, 10 minutes of rest, but depends on your elevation, what all you're doing with that kind of thing as well. So you gotta keep that in mind. That makes a big difference. But it should be a good night. No fire, like I said, but I'm gonna read that book. I have my little lantern I'm gonna hang up in the tent and do that. I got some really good pictures today. I think I got some good footage. It's not gonna be a crazy technical involved video, but that's kind of the fun of it. The big part was the hike. Was carrying everything on my back in a backpack, which I've not done in a long time, and I could tell, but I did well. Tomorrow's gonna be pretty much all uphill getting out of here, so that's gonna be kind of a deal, but we'll get through it, right? It'll just be more breaks, I'm sure. So it'll be nice in the morning though. If I get up early like I normally do, then I will be out of here pretty quick. I'm gonna do the wet wipe bath thing, do some reading, write in the journal. I might go down and hang out in the river. They call it a river. It's so tiny though, but it's the Escalante River. So another thing, whenever you're packing up your gear, do like a triple check. You'd be amazed at what you get ready to bring that you don't need. And you got to carry it all on your back, and it doesn't take long to add up. Water's your heaviest thing you carry. And then obviously as you eat, you want to bring a little bit extra food just in case, but try to plan it out, because then you don't have to carry more than you need. And as you eat it, your pack gets lighter. So my pack will be lighter on the way out tomorrow, but I'm going to also be going uphill, so I'm probably not going to notice. So yeah, I will get back with you guys in a little bit. Now I just got to wait for it to steep. I guess look at all of this. Oh no, what a horrible view. Welcome back to the crib. Got my tea done. It doesn't look like it's much, like it's a little saucer cup thing, but it'll do 12 ounces to the lip, but like 10 ounces without spilling it. I'm gonna tell you guys something. I don't like these little handles. They're like little, I'm burning myself, little squares. They kind of suck, but I guess it's part of the lightweight thing, but it'll do donkey. There's birds chirping, and it's so crazy because the difference between, and you guys saw it earlier, the desert where you're hiking across it, and then this down here on the river is just insane. There's birds circling. Hope they don't think I'm dying. They're gonna come down here and eat me. Yeah, it's just really cool. This beach is amazing, and that trail was really friggin' hard to follow, like really, really hard. I knew I would do it, but I was like, I didn't know how long it was going to take. A couple times I had to turn around because I ended up at a cliff edge. And I had to go back. There's no way to get down it. Like, you'd have needed rappelling gear that I obviously don't have, so I would have done it if I did, though. The good news is that blueberry tea is the temperature of the sun. But I boiled the water, so it's not shouldn't be a odd thing. Yahtzee. Oh, so oh my God, my tent's open. That means all the bugs are gonna get in. Not all of them. I think it's funny when people think that. I'm like, not all gonna go in there. One thing I was gonna do, I brought it and it's starting to harden back up. These are awesome. They sell these at REI. Well, they sell other places too, but I always get them at REI. Tony's Chocolonely. And it's funny because it's my name, and then because I'm usually by myself on these strips. So I brought that instead of s'mores because it's less crap that I had to bring. Actually, now that I think of it, I forgot. I went and bought Reese's Minis to make s'mores with for this weekend, and they were frozen, or not frozen, they were melted, and they were in my truck at work on Thursday. So I got home, I put them in the freezer, and I was like, I'm gonna grab a couple of those graham crackers and make a s'more when I camp. They're still in the freezer, but I got the chocolate bar, so that's fine. So I got little gnats and stuff swarming me, probably because I'm gross. So I'm probably gonna take my little wet wipe bag, and then I'm gonna get ready to do dinner, and I'll show you guys what I have for dinner. It's pretty bougie for backcountry. I'm not mad about it, as long as it turns out it's Bug City. Here is my dinner. Sweet basil pesto. That is a pack of salmon, sun-dried tomatoes, and pearl couscous. And there's olive oil in there. So I put it all together. I took the couscous out of the packet and put it in this bag with all the other stuff. You leave the sun-dried tomatoes sealed, the salmon sealed, and the sweet basil pesto seasoning sealed. So then all you gotta do is you boil water, and then you take it off the hot, you put the couscous in there and let it sit for 8 minutes, and then stir it, and you add the sweet basil pesto, and then you let it sit for, and I think they said another 8 minutes, and then you can add your sun-dried tomatoes and your salmon. So it's gonna be pretty fancy. I'm pretty excited. That's a lot of weight though. That was a heavy meal, so that'll be less weight tomorrow because it'll be in my belly. It's 7 o'clock, so it's actually 8 o'clock here. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started. That is a ridiculous backpacking meal. I forgot there was Parmesan too. So there's a 1/4 cup of Parmesan in there. That, I know it looks like mush, but it smells amazing. Salmon pesto, couscous with Parmesan and sun-dried tomatoes. This is the best backpacking meal I've ever had. Maybe the best camping meal I've ever had, other than like doing a steak on a fire. This is awesome. It was heavy to pack out, but whatever. I could make this at home and not be mad about it. If you don't like pesto, you probably wouldn't like this, but ooh, it's good. The other thing, I'm running out of daylight quick. I think I'm going to eat this, write in the journal. Yep. Can I hold that? Eat this, write in the journal, and then read my little book thing. And then, like I said, it's 7:40. So to make this, you boil the water, take it off the thing, put the couscous in there, put the lid on it, wait 8 minutes. Then put your olive oil in there and your pesto mix, cap it, wait 8 minutes, and then add your salmon, your Jesus, what are they called? Your Parmesan and your sun-dried tomatoes. Stir it up and tear it up. That's it. And it's perfect. It's not too hot. Yeah. I'll have to find the link. Look up backpacking basil pesto. I'm sure you'll find it. It's freaking good. You can make it at home. Yeah, I'm gonna do my writing, and then I'm gonna try to probably go to bed before long. I want to get up early before the sun gets up and get some miles in, and before it gets hot, and then I can get back up to my truck. So thanks for hanging out. I'll probably get back with you in a little bit. If I do not, then I will see you for coffee and breakfast. Coffee and breakfast is pretty good too, so. Good morning. So you can hear that the birds are all tweet. Slept pretty good. I'm about to get the coffee situation going here and hopefully get breakfast. And as the sun comes up, it's getting a little brighter out. And then that way I can be hiking out before it's hot. So that'll be a good thing. It's nice out. It's cooler. It's not too cold. It definitely dropped temperature last night, so I'm gonna get some coffee going. But yeah, it's starting to. On this trip, I opted for instant coffee packets instead of cowboy coffee, because it's easier cleanup. So I boiled my water, got my high-speed coffee cup here. And that is it for the coffee. So I think coffee, you can't see it, it doesn't matter. I have oatmeal with bananas and blueberries that I'm gonna make as well. I need to get the milk. I have powdered milk. You can buy it a lot of different places, but it really works well for breakfast as well as coffee creamer. There's a spoon in here somewhere. They kind of have like everything all over the place in this tent, but it's cool to, if you have a vestibule like this that kind of goes out where you put your gear and stuff in front of your tent, you can use it to make coffee and sit on like your little porch in the morning. It's pretty cool. Ooh, yeah, that's gonna do it. So hopefully you guys can hear me. I was going to show you about like when you read a river. If you're coming down river and you see the water breaking like that, it's because there's a big rock in front of that. So if you're on a boat, you want to try to avoid that, because that's where the water pours over that rock. It's close to the surface and it creates the turbulence behind it. So then you know you can try to go left or right depending on your route. So the more you know. Pretty. I made it. I am gross. I'm a sweaty boy. That hill was ridiculous at the end. I'll show you. know if you can ever have enough water. God, it's gorgeous. It's just unbelievable. I was down, way down in there. Because there's my big hump I talked about. And then I was way down in there where I camped and saw Golden Cathedral.